want to tell you about how I overcame my fear of flying.
Well, how long have you had the fear of flying?
Forever. Since I remember. I had my first flight when I was 18. I flew from São Paulo to Buenos Aires, Argentina. And I didn't know I was afraid of flying by then. But when I was in the check-in line, okay, I want to tell you about how I overcame my fear of flying.
Well, how long have you had the fear of flying?
Forever. Since I remember. I had my first flight when I was 18. I flew from São Paulo to Buenos Aires, Argentina. And I didn't know I was afraid of flying by then. But when I was in the check-in line, I started to sweat and to feel very anxious and feel that I didn't want to go anywhere. I was really afraid of getting on the plane. And once on the plane, I was restless. I had to walk all the time. I wasn't able to eat or to sleep or anything. That started during my first flight, but then I flew many other times and I always had the same symptoms. And well, when was it? When I got the frequencies? 2 years ago, more.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, roughly 2 years back.
So I received my pair of SRTLF when I was at the airport. Someone from my house called me on my cell phone telling me that parcel I was waiting for had finally arrived, and I was at the airport. I couldn't fly without them because I had been expecting for them for so long. So I called a friend of mine who had a driver and asked that big favor for her to send her driver to my house, pick up the parcel and bring to me at the airport because I didn't have time to go back to my house. And so that happened, and about 40 minutes later or 1 hour later, this person came to me with my brand new pair of SRTLF. I didn't know much about them, but I knew I had to wear the pink on the left side and the green one on the right side. So I did that and went to the check-in line. At that time I was with my husband, and after 5 to 10 minutes were in line, he noticed I wasn't sweating and I wasn't shaky. He said, "Katya, aren't you afraid of flying this time?" I said, "No, not so much. I'm calm." Then I did the check-in. I got on the plane. I sat down, and for the first time I slept the whole flight. And since then, I wasn't afraid of flying anymore. And at that time, I didn't really understand what happened. But now I understand that something happened at the very moment I started to wear the SRTLF.
And you've flown many times since then?
About 20 times more.
And you've never felt afraid again?
Never again, never again.